Histograms and bar graphs are categorical data. Number of people compared to a thing. Quantitative data. Number of people compared to a number. With histograms, it's going to display groups of data. Each group is defined by an interval on the horizontal axis, and the bars touch and must use quantities of the data. They're going to be continuous sets of information. Here we've conducted a survey of people's grades, a class of 10 people, and the grades from 0 to 69. Then we have 70 to 79, 80 to 89, and then 90 plus. We can create a histogram from this. So to create the histogram, I'm going to have here start our graphs. Looks just like a bar graph to start with here on the bottom. Here I'm going to put my 0 to 69. Next we have our 70 to 79. Our next interval is 80 to 89. And then our 90 plus. These are basically like we're putting frequency, how often something has occurred. So we look at our data here. This one is 1, 2, 5, and 2. Our largest amount of data is 5, our highest frequency. So all I need to have is 5 marks along the side here. 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can just count by ones here. 2, 3, 4. This is our frequency. And down here, this would be our grades. And then we put grade distribution for class. So we go through from 0 to 69, we had 1, so our bar is going to go right here. 70 to 79, we went up to 2. So notice that there are no gaps between these bars. Next one we have 5. So it's going to go straight up here to 5. And our last one is back to 2. And we have just created a histogram. A histogram is just a graphical representation of a frequency table. It gives you a visual image of it. Next, we're going to look at bar graphs. Okay, with bar graphs. Here in a bar graph, we're going to be comparing amounts and quantities of horizontal and vertical bars. The bars do not touch each other. So this particular survey here was conducted of what types of cell phones students have. So we have Androids, iPhones, Windows phones, basic phones, and no phone at all. We can create a bar graph using this information. Along the bottom, you're going to put Android, iPhone, Windows, basic, and none. So at the bottom, we're going to label these are types of phones. Our vertical axis, along our vertical axis, number of phones. This is how many there are. The title, student, cell phones. Phones, can't spell. My highest number that I have is 7, so I'm going to go up to 8 marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we can count by ones because the numbers are not too great. If you have really large numbers, you might want to place a break in the graph and be able to count and change your scale. Sometimes you might want to count by 2s or 5s, something of that nature. So here for Android phones, I have 4 Android phones. So I'm going to place a bar right above Android. It goes up here to 4. For iPhones, I had 7 iPhones in my survey. So I place one here. Windows, I did not have any, so it does not get anything above it. Basic phones, I had 1 basic phone. And then for no phone at all, that goes up to 3. And there's a bar graph of our survey. It gives us a visual representation of our data from a table. Good luck.